Okay, this is 5.2 CP course practice for math. Basically, we're talking about definite integrals. It's just integration with numbers. Uh, there are a few rules you should know about definite integrals. First of all, integral. When I say integral of x squared plus 2 dx, we found it to be uh, x cubed over 3. Sorry, you know what? I'll put 3x squared. Yeah, we found this to be x cubed plus 2x plus c, right? طيب, let's say I told you, yo, put a 1 here, put a 2 here. Basically, what that means is after you find your integral, okay, put 1 and 2. What this means is basically substitute 2, then subtract it by when you substitute by 1. Basically, what this is going to look like is going to look like this. It's going to look like 2 cubed plus 2 times 2 plus c, right? This is a bracket here. It looks like a 1. Okay, this is when I substitute 2, right? Minus, now when I substitute 1. 1 cubed plus 2 times 1 plus c. That's what these numbers on the integral means. Basically, substitute 2, substitute 1, and then subtract them with each other. And that's for that reason, c's always cancel in definite integrals. For that reason, we don't write the plus c. Okay, you don't need to write it. So you're going to get 8 plus, I don't know, 4, 12. 12 minus 3, you get 9. So this should be 9. Okay. Okay, we have some rules for definite integrals. The first rule is integral of a to b of, I don't know, let's just say f of x, is equal to negative integral b to a f of x. Basically here, let's say you have integral a to b. Like let's say I had integral 1 to 2 of, I don't know, same example, 3x squared plus 2x, or 3x squared plus 2 dx, sorry. Okay, and then I was like, yo, change the 1 and 2, make it like this. If I want it to be like this, I have to put the negative. When you switch, you make it negative, okay? Second rule is integral a to b f of x plus integral, integral a to c, let's call it a to c f of x is equal to integral a to b f of x. Sorry, I should have put dx here. But you get my point. Integral a to b f of x dx plus integral b to c f of x dx, where b is a number between a and c. Basically, if I had integral 1 to 4, or I actually make it 0 to 4, integral 0 to 4, okay, of, I don't know, 3x squared. Let's use the same example, plus 2 dx. I can split this up into integral 0 to 2, 3x squared plus 2 dx, plus integral 2 to 4, 3x squared plus 2 dx. Okay, see what I did there? 0 to 2, then 2 to 4. Okay, it's the same thing. I just split it up. These are the rules for integration. Very, very easy. Okay, so here, why we use these rules, because you're going to see it a lot, like here. When you see these questions, don't panic. Really, it's very easy. Look, they told us from 1 to 4, it's equal to 11. From 2 to 4, it's equal to minus 9. And they want from 1 to 2. Okay, always take your bigger integral and split it up into the two smaller integrals you have. Here, what's my biggest integral? My biggest integral is from 1 to 4. Right, which is bigger, from 1 to 4 or from 2 to 4? Obviously from 1 to 4, right? Okay, so we're going to take integral, we're going to write it like this. Integral from 1 to 4 f of x dx, it's equal to what? What's it? Split it up into your two smaller integrals. It's equal to 1 to 2 plus 2 to 4. صح? You go from 1 to 2, then you go from 2 to 4, right? You can split this up into integral 1 to 2 f of x dx. Integral, yeah, and then plus integral 2 to 4 f of x dx. Now you can substitute, because they told us that 1 to 4 is equal to 11. They told us that 2 to 4 is equal to minus 9, so equals minus 9. So we just substitute all this with 11, substitute all this with minus 9. And then f of 2 to 4, we're trying to find it, yeah? So we're going to just keep it as 2 to 4 integral f of x dx. I'm going to try fixing my handwriting, because that's too bad, wallah. Okay, so you're going to get that integral 2 to 4 f of x dx is equal to what? Take minus 9 to the other side, you get 20. So why is the answer 80? Well, what are they asking? They're asking for 4 f of x. So you have to multiply your answer by 4. So 4 times 20, you get 80. Question 2. I think these are the same style of questions for the first 2 questions. Yeah. Okay. Again, same style of question. They gave you big integral and they gave you 2 smaller integrals. How do you do this? Take your big integral, write it in terms of the smaller ones. So 1 to 3 is always equal 1 to 3 f of x. What do I have? What's the smallest one here? From 1 to 2, right? So 1 to 2, integral 1 to 2 f of x. I'm not going to write dx, ما لي خلق. Plus, but in written you have to if you get it. And then to get from 2 to 3, you have to go 2 to 3, صح? 2 to 3 f of x. Okay, again, same thing, same method. F1 to 3 is minus 5, so you substitute with minus 5. 1 to 2, we don't know it, we're trying to find it, so we're just going to keep it as f of, we're going to keep it as 1 to 2 f of x. 2 to 3, we know it's equal to 16, so you're going to put plus 16. So you're going to take 16 to the other side, and you're going to get that integral 1 to 2 f of x dx is equal to minus 5 minus 16 is minus 21. Do we put minus 21? No, Aslan, there's no choice. They're saying 3 f of x dx. So what do you have to do? Multiply by 3. So 3 times 3 times minus 21, you get minus 63. Okay. Question 3. If 1 to 5 f of x dx, okay, 3 to 5, 1 to 3. Okay, same thing, guys. Split it up into 2 smaller ones. So integral 1 to 5. Guys, you can make it, like, it makes sense. Well, it just makes sense. The big one split into the smaller one is equal to, what's the smaller one? Let's start with 1 to 3. Integral 1 to 3 f of x plus integral 3 to 5, right? It's like adding vectors. You always take the smallest one and the biggest one. You get what I mean? Like, مثلا, you always take your initial and you take your final. Like, مثلا, if you're adding vector AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus EF, the final vector would be AF. You know, you always take your first and last one. Kind of like that, if you get what I mean. So you can resolve this into components. Okay? So you get 1, 3 plus 3, 5. And then they'll just substitute. 1, 5, we said it's minus 6. 3, 5 is minus 19. And now we're trying to find what 1 to 3 is. So we keep it as 1 to 3 f of x. Take minus 19 to the other side. You're going to get f of x from 1 to 3 dx. I'm forgetting to write it. It's in computer, it doesn't matter. You're going to get 13. Okay. But they're asking for 5 f of x. Please pay attention. So you do 5 times 13. It's equal to 65. Okay. Question 4. Okay, what's the value of this? Guys, obviously, please don't try acting smart now and just go like, oh, يا أخي, I can just do it in my calculator. العب عادي x cube and put here, sorry, x cube minus 15x squared, and then you put minus 2 and 2. You can do this, yeah? العب, you got the correct answer. But guys, no integral signs in no integral calculators. And maybe some schools they might let it slide. I don't know. Some schools they might not care in the exam hall. But I know for a fact in Sharjah, for the periodic, they were checking everybody before they entered the exam hall. Pretty sure some other schools did that as well. But anyway, my point is you won't be allowed integral signs definitely in the final. Okay. So how do you solve this? Oh, you have to integrate it as usual. Okay. Integrate this. What's integral of x cubed minus 15x squared dx? Let's integrate. Take the x down, add 1 to the power, divide by that power. Minus 15x squared, take minus 15x down, add 1 to the power, divide by the power. Don't put plus c because we're talking about definite integrals, okay? So this is it. We need to find this from minus 2 to 2, right? So you write it like this if you get rid of it. Let's simplify a bit to make our lives a bit easier. You're going to get x4 over 4 minus 5x cubed. And then you have to put minus 2, 2. Why I don't like these questions? Because there's like a lot of solving, okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to substitute 2 and then subtract it by minus 2, right? Substitute 2, you're going to get 2 to the power 4 over 4 minus 5 times 2 to the power of 3, okay? This is when I substitute 2 minus, now substitute minus 2. You always subtract, huh? You always subtract. Minus 2 to the power of 4. Please remember, if it's a negative, put it under the bracket, huh? Over 4 minus 5 times negative 2 to the power of 3. Put this in a calculator. This is a lot of writing. Roll. So 4 over 4 minus 5 times 2 to the power of 3. Okay. Minus, now, fraction. 2 to the power, minus 2 to the power of 4 over 4 minus 5 times minus 2 to the power of 3. Close the bracket. Minus 80. Okay, just do this in your calculator. What's the value of this? Okay, guys, you actually have to do this. أول شيء integrate x squared, integrated becomes x cubed over 3. I'm gonna go faster with this because خلاص, you guys know how to integrate. Minus 2x becomes minus 2x squared over 2, right? Simplify, you're gonna get, we want the range of it to be minus 2, 1, right? Simplify this, cancel up and down, you're gonna get x cubed over 3 minus x squared, and you want to find the range between minus 2 and 1. So you go 1 cubed over 3 minus 1 squared, that's your when you substitute 1, minus, when you substitute minus 2, minus 2 cubed over 3 minus minus 2 squared. Put this in a calculator, I don't know, you should get 6. Let's see. 1 over 3 minus 1 minus minus 8. I'm just putting it on a calculator. You guys know how to put it on a calculator. I'm just skipping a few steps that the calculator will do because I don't want to write all out. Minus 4. Yeah, you got 6. Okay, you got 6. Just put this on your calculator. I'm telling you, and I just skipped steps. Like minus 2 cube, I wrote it as minus 8. No, sorry, I'm just skipping some steps because I don't want to write it in a calculator. You can do these things in your head. Okay, here, this one, same thing. You have to integrate it. But guys, you can't integrate if x is down. So we're going to change it into integral 236x to the minus 2 plus 1 dx. Yeah, integrate. You're going to get 6x, add 1 to the power, divide by that power. 1, you just add an x beside it. Okay, and we need to find the interval between 2 and 3. So you're going to get minus 6 over x. I'm just simplifying this, right? You take the x down because it's negative and becomes negative because there's a negative 1 down, plus x between 2 and 3. Substitute 3, you're going to get minus 3. Sorry, you're going to get minus 6 over 3 plus 3 minus, substitute 2, minus 6 over 2 plus 2. So you're going to get minus 2 plus 3 minus minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. Yeah, 2. Just put it in a calculator, okay? Question 6. Here again, guys, same thing. These questions are all the same thing. You integrate, then find between 4 and 2. Integrate 2x plus 6. You're gonna get 2x squared over 2 plus 6x, right? خلاص ماش بدي أعيد حالي. We did 5.1 كله integration. I'm not gonna explain what I'm doing anymore because يعني خلاص. Guys, integration. Add 1 to the power, divide by the power. Okay? ما بدي أرجع say add 1 to the power, you get 2 divided by that new power 2. خلاص. Okay, I'm gonna go a bit fast. 2x squared over 2 is x squared plus 6x. Okay, you need to find this in between 2 and 4. Okay, so أول شيء get 4 squared plus 6 times 4 minus, oh shit, this should be square brackets. Minus, substitute 2 squared plus 6 times 2, and you should get 24. I'm doing it just in case, and and I would skip all this putting it into the calculator, but I'll just do it in case I made a mistake. Maybe I made a mistake while writing. 4 plus 12, 16. Yeah, 24. Okay. Oh my god, what's this? Okay, yeah. Guys, please don't get scared. It's the same thing, wallah. X is down, take it up. 2x minus 5 integral. Let's forget about the integral. Let's actually integrate it first. dx, صح? Integrate. Add 1 to the power, divide by new power. Right? Okay, you get minus half x to the power 4. Why? Because I took it down and I canceled 2 divided by minus 4. I got minus half. Okay. We need to find this in between. Oh, shit. Let me rewrite this. We need to find this in between half and quarter. Okay. Okay. How do you do this? You have to substitute half. Oh my god, and quarter. Oh my god. To make my life easier, I'm gonna substitute it as 0.25, huh? Because I don't want too many fractions. Okay. So we're gonna start by substituting 1/4 as 0.25. Okay. Okay. Minus. Now substitute half, which is 0.5. Let's see, what do we get? Minus. Okay, fraction. Minus 1/2, 0.25 to the power of 4. Minus, open bracket, minus 1/2 times 0.5 to the power of 4. You get negative 120. Okay. Integral. Okay, this one, I'm going to erase this. Integral, here, you need to use U-substitution. Integrate this. Okay, guys, it's the same steps. Integrate, then find the range between them. Okay, whenever you have, let me rewrite it here. 25x to the 4, x to the 5 plus 1 to the 4. Okay, dx أكيد. Can we integrate like this? No, because it's more than one term under the power, right? So what do you have to use? U substitution. U is equal to what? X to the 5 plus 1. So what will du be? 5x to the 4 dx. Right? Remember, u is always equal to u prime dx. So for that reason, dx is going to be equal to du over 5x to the power of 4. Now let's substitute. You're going to get integral 25x to the 4, u to the power of 4. We replace x to 5 plus 1 with u, huh? Dx, which we said is du over 5x to the 4. X to the 4 with x to the 4, 5 with 5. You're going to be left with integral 5u to the 4 du. And you know how to integrate this. Add 1 to the power, divide by the power. You're going to get u to the power of 5. So the integral is u to the power of 5. What is u? It's x to the power of 5 plus 1. So it's going to be x to the power of 5 plus 1 to the power of 5. And we need to find the range of it between minus 1 and 1. So don't forget what we're looking for. How do you find the range? Just substitute, guys. You're going to get 1 to the power of 5 plus 1 to the power of 5 minus 1 to the power of 5 plus 1 to the power of 5. It should be 0. Yeah, this should be 0 because minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Let's do it anyway. You're going to get 1 to the power of 5 is just 1. So 1 plus 1 to the power of 5. Put this in your calculator. Minus. Everybody has their own way in which they put things into the calculator. Some people solve half of the equation in their head and just put the rest in the calculator. And that's how I do it because I feel like it saves me time. You get 32. Yeah. 8. Let me see. Okay, given that, okay, same, guys, it's the same stuff. Yeah, okay. Given that 0 to 1 is this, 1 to 4 is this, and 0 to 4 is this. What's the value of 0 to 1? 3f of x. So what do you do when it's 3f of x? You just multiply by 3. How much, do we know how much 0 to 1 is? Yes, it's minus 4. So when we say 3f of x of 0 to 1, that means you just multiply it by 3. 3 times minus 4 is minus 12. What's the value of 0 to 4 f of x dx? Here, some people will put 5. Why would they put 5? Because they didn't see that it says g of x. Okay, g of x and f of x are two separate functions, guys. Okay, how do I find what 0 to 4 f of x is? I have 4 to 1 and I have 0 to 1. Isn't 0 to 4 the bigger function, right? Can you split this up? Can you split 0 to 4 into two separate ones that you have here? Yes, you can, right? So 0 to 4, sorry, let me write this in a better way. 0 to 4 f of x is equal to what? 0 to 1 plus 1 to 4, صح? So integral 0 to 1 f of x plus integral 1 to 4 f of x. Type 0 to 4, we don't know what it is. But 0 to 1 f of x, we know it's minus 4. 1 to 4, we know that it's 7. So minus 4 plus 7. So you get 3. So 0 to 4 is 3. What's the value? Oh. Okay. This looks scary, but wallah, it's so easy. Okay. What's the value of 0 to 4? 9 f of x minus 2g of x d of x. Okay. We're going to split this up. Remember, when you have minus, you can split it up into two integrals. You're going to split it up into 0 to 4, 9f of x dx, okay, minus 0 to 4, 2g of x dx. Okay, you can do this, right? We just split it up. We split these two up. Okay, I'm going to make my life a bit easier. I'm going to take the 9 out and the 2 out. Okay, so I'm going to take 9. It's going to be 9 times. You know, you can take number, when you multiply by number, you just take it out. You know that, right? So 9 integral 0 to 4. You know that actually. خلاص, I'll solve like this and I'll talk about it later. F of x dx minus 2. I'm going to take it out. 2 times integral 0 to 4 g of x d of x dx. Okay, I know what 0 to 4 f of x is. We just found it now, right? 3. So it's going to be 9 times 3 minus 2 times, how much is g of x dx? It's 5. So easy, guys. 27 minus 10, which is equal to 70. Okay? Other people here, they would just put, oh, we said f of x dx is, without taking it out, they know it's, oh, without taking out, they already know that's, oh, since I have the 9 times here, I know I can just multiply 9 by whatever I have. And they know that f of x dx is 3. They just go like, oh, 9 times 3. And here they know g of x dx is 5, so just go 2 times 5. They don't write all this. They just go, they do it fast. Yeah. And here حتى people go, oh, f of x is 4, as the f is 3. 0 to 4 is 3, so it's going to be just 9 times 3 minus 2 times g of x d of x, which is 5. And why do they do this? They only use it because it's 0, 4. And we have 0, 4 for both of them, if you get what I mean. We have 0, 4. Okay? I just gave you 3 different methods. This method is the most reliable method. This one will get you the mark in your written. Learn how to solve math properly. Don't just do تخبيص. Okay. Applying the substitution method gives you what? Okay. Okay, here they use substitution, but I highly disagree with using substitution here. You could easily just distribute and get the integral, but okay. Always, when they tell you, if they tell you to use the substitution in these types of questions, look at what you have under the power. Here it's power 1, and again, I highly disagree with this. You're not supposed to use a substitution. X cubed plus 5, we're going to use it as our u because it's more than one term. You never you never use one term as your u. You never say set u as 6x squared. You don't do this, okay? You never do it. So what are we going to do? If they tell you for some reason to use u substitution and there's no power, just set u as the thing that has more than one term under it. So x cubed plus 5. And then solve normally. You always derive. So it's going to be 3x squared. And you say u prime dx. So 3x squared dx. And for that reason, we're going to say dx is equal to du over 3x squared. Okay, so now we can get the first answers, right? Now we can continue our substitution. We can continue our integration. We're going to get 6x squared u. And dx we said is du over 3x squared. X squared, 6 and 3, you get 2. So you get integral 2u du, which is just what? 2u squared over 2, which is just u squared. What do we say u is? U is x cubed plus 5. So we're going to get x cubed plus 5 squared. That's the integral. Okay. They want us to solve. Okay, bro. Okay. Ya Allah. Wait. This isn't the same. This isn't the same. I think this question is bugging, but let me check the answer. Yeah, so basically we just integrated al-fadi because they decided to change up the numbers over here. So we have to integrate again. I think what they're saying use part A is like, oh, bro, use the same method you used in part A to solve this. Honestly, again, Anna, if I want to integrate this, I would never use U substitution because there's no power. Okay, I only use U substitution if there's power. Because here, easily, you can just distribute. Okay, you can get integral minus 2, 1, x to the power 5 plus 5x squared. And everybody knows how to integrate this. You're going to get x to the power of 6 over 6 plus 5x to the power of 3 over 3. Okay, and between what two intervals? Minus 2 and 1, صح? Then just put this in a calculator. It's going to be 1 to the power of 6 over 6 plus 5 to the power 1 times, okay, 5, whatever, I'm just writing it. Okay, minus substitute minus 2 to the 6 over 6 plus 5 times minus 2 to the 3 over 3. Let's see what you get. 1 over 6 plus 5 over 3 minus 2 to the power of 6 over 6 plus 5 fraction 5 minus 2 to the 3 over 3. You get 4.5. Answer as a decimal 4.5. Question 10. Given the integral here, apply the substitute. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, here you use substitution عادي because there's more than one term under the power. And here, in this case, I'd agree. But in the previous part, I don't, like, not supportive at all. Use U substitution. Obviously, we're going to set U as what's under the power, 2x plus 1. And we're going to find that du is equal to what? U prime dx. What's the derivative of this? It's just 2 dx. So what's dx going to be equal to? Du over 2. Okay, so du is 2 dx, u is 2x plus 1. They want us to applying the substitution method. Okay, I'm just going to continue solving and integrating. I don't get what they mean by a and b here, but I'm just going to continue solving. So we're going to continue. Integrate this now. You're going to get integral 0, 1, 6 u to the power of 2. dx, we said, is du over 2. Cancel this with this. You're going to get 3. So you should get integral 0, 1, 3u squared du. I don't understand. What do they mean by a and b? How is a1 and b3? Okay, so I just figured out, I wasn't taught this in class for some reason, but for definite integrals, when you put it in terms of u, when you want to keep your integral in terms of u, when it's definite, you have to put a new boundary, okay? Basically, how this new boundary is found, you basically take your old boundary and you substitute it into u. So my u is 2x plus 1. I need to find my new boundaries, okay? You basically take your old boundaries. What were they? 0 and 1. So 2 times 0 plus 1, which is 2, and 2 times 1 plus 1, which is, wait, 2 times 0 plus 1 is 1, not 2. So these are my new boundaries. So instead of 1, I put 3. Instead of 0, I put 1. So actually, my boundaries here are going to be 3 and 1, okay? So remember, always remember that if you're using definite integrals, you can actually, and I'll show you command, you don't even have to convert, like, let's integrate it now. I'll show you. After you find your new boundaries now, you want to integrate it, right? It's going to be what? 3u cube over 3 in between 1 and 3. And you're going to get u cube in between 1 and 3. Look, into now, if you go back to x, if you change u back to 2x plus 1 and substitute and use 3 and 1, you're going to get the wrong answer, okay? Why? Because the boundaries you found now are for u, okay? The old boundaries we had were for x. If you want to go back to 2x plus 1, you use the old boundaries you were using 0 and 1. But since the question is asking us find the new boundaries and then using the new boundaries solve for I, we're going to just use the new boundaries. And when we say new boundaries, that means you don't have to convert u back to x. So in my opinion, when you're solving with u substitution definite integrals, this way is easier. Find your new boundaries. So here now, you just have to substitute 3 and 1 into u. You don't even have to change u back to x and whatever. So you can go u to the power of 3. So 3 to the power of 3 minus 1 to the power of 3, and you get 26. This is way easier in my opinion. So here, remember, if you're doing u substitution with a definite integral, you always find your new boundary if you want to solve in terms of u. If you want to keep it in terms of x, solve normally and then change it back to x. But in this question, since they asked us to find new boundaries, we had to use it in terms of u, like I did here, okay? But question 7, here when I solved, yes, over here you would take u as x5 plus 1, right? And you would use u substitution. And the first thing you would do is that you would find the new boundaries for u, which would be substitute minus 1 and 1. So let's also substitute 1, you'd get 2. And substitute minus 1, and you get 0, okay? So your new boundaries would be 2 and 0. So if you want to write it now in terms of u, okay, you're going to use your new boundaries. So 0, 2, okay? And 25, x to the power 4, u to the power of 4, right? U to the power of 4, because we said u is x5 plus 1. And then sorry, I forgot to write what du is. Du is 5x to the power of 4, dx, صح? Remember u prime dx. So that means dx is going to be equal to what? Du over 5x to the power of 4. So over here, we're going to change du into, dx into du over 5x to the power 4. x4 with x4, 25 with 5. And you're going to get integral 5u to the power 4 du. Okay, when you integrate this, you're going to get 5u 5 over 5, صح? In between what? 0 and 2. And you're going to get u to the power 5 in between 0 and 2. And here's the thing, since you're using definite integration, you don't have to change u back to the original x if you want to use these new boundaries. If you want to use the u boundaries, you keep u in terms of u, and you're going to take 2 to the power 5 minus 0 to the power 5, and you're going to get 32. If you want to change it back to x, then انسى, forget about all these new boundaries, forget about all of this, okay? And just use the original boundaries minus 1 and 1 and convert the u back to x, because in this case, when you're using minus 1 and 1, you're using the x boundaries, so you have to change u back to x, and you're going to have to do it like this: x5 plus 1 to the power of 5 in between 0 and 2, okay? Sorry, in between the x boundaries, which were minus 1 and 1. Okay, I hope you get what I'm trying to say. If you want to solve with u, you use the new u boundaries, which you find by just substituting the old boundaries into u. And if you want to solve with the x, you can use the x boundaries. Okay, thank you so much for watching 5.2. Good luck in your final exam.